Hey everybody, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your man AD. Let's get right into these stories. First story, according to Rihanna, her Fenty Fashion House is taking a pause just less than 2 years after its first initial launch. Both Rihanna and LVMH had jointly made the decision to put on hold the ready-to-wear activity based in Europe pending better conditions. Fenty's Instagram has been inactive since January 1st, 2021, and it is expected that its official website will go dark in the coming weeks. Instead, Rihanna now plans to focus her business on her more successful cosmetics and skincare lines, Fenty Beauty, Fenty Skin, and doubling down on her Savage x Fenty lingerie line, expanding the Fenty empire further. According to Fast Company, Savage x Fenty has raised $115 million in Series B funding from L. Catterton, a private equity firm connected to LVMH, bringing Fenty x Savage's value to more than $1 billion. When it launched in 2019, Rihanna became the first black woman to create a luxury brand at the fashion house among Dior, Givenchy, Celine, and Fendi. Okay, so when we first heard about this Rihanna line, everybody seemingly thought that it couldn't fail. Like, you know, we've seen all these big fashion houses get ridiculous amounts of support, whether it's Louis Vuitton or Dior or whatever. You see rappers rocking that shit constantly. I think we all kind of went through the same thought process, which was like, everybody loves Rihanna. Rihanna is a beautiful, talented black woman. She's an icon in the culture. Why wouldn't people support what she was trying to do over, let's say, Louis Vuitton? Granted, she launched this at possibly the worst time that you could ever launch a designer luxury product. Sales of designer stuff is probably about as bad as it's ever been. But at the same time, I am a little surprised to see that it has been put on ice so quickly.
Yeah, man, it's just showing the times, man. COVID is really still striking, still affecting us, and is affecting all businesses. And, you know, if a big company like this is taking a pause, just imagine the smaller companies and the mom and pop shops and stuff like that. It's terrible.
No, it's totally true, because we've seen so many local clothing businesses, not to mention restaurants, giant restaurant chains that we never thought we would ever see having financial issues. And so many of them have gone through serious problems. The other thing, though, I'm going to be honest with you, is that I have no idea what the Fenty line consists of. Like, I never really even knew that much about the fashion side of shit. I always kind of just more associated it with the makeup side of things, because that's what I hear about all the time, is to see girls posting ads for the makeup, whatever. And I mean, at the same time, I mean, if you're Rihanna, you're selling a $900 jacket, you got a lot of like fans that, like, probably 95% of your fans are never going to spend $900 on a jacket. Yes, there are some people that like to get fly to that extent, but you're Rihanna. You're a mega pop star. You got a ton of little like 15-year-old girls who are listening to you. I don't know. It's just so hard to build a brand that people are so invested in that they're going to be willing to spend like $1,000 on an item, that it's kind of fascinating that even with Rihanna's strength and how much she brought to the brand, that it still wasn't able to really amount to anything. Although I feel like if they were planning on never giving this a shot again, they would have just shut the whole thing down. It seems like they probably are just going to wait a year or two and sort of regroup and at least give it another go.
Yeah, and hopefully everybody gets vaccinated so we can move forward with this and buy some more Fenty.
People don't know that I have a gun pointed at AD's penis right now, and that's the only reason he said that, but that's reality.
Next story. Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, recently said he has told his team to stop playing the Star Spangled Banner before a game ahead of the season. Since the team wasn't hosting fans in the arena, Mark felt like it was unnecessary and also questioned why we had this tradition in the first place. While some supporters were offended by his decision, others praised him, noting that the tradition is relatively pointless. In the past, most players and coaches regularly knelt during the National Anthem to protest social injustice, racial inequality, and police brutality, bringing the attention to the issues. However, according to the New York Times, after news emerged that Mark Cuban ordered the Mavericks to discontinue the anthem, the NBA has stepped in and issued a statement noting the anthem must be played before every game. With the NBA teams now in the process of welcoming fans back into the arenas, all teams will play the national anthem in keeping with the long-standing league policy, said NBA Chief Communications Officer Mike Bass. Mark Cuban agreed and told the NY Times that Mavericks will follow the policy immediately, stating, "We are good with it." Additionally, the official Dallas Mavericks Twitter page recently shared an official official statement by Mark that reads, "We respect and always have respected the passion people have for the anthem and our country. But we also loudly hear the voices of those who feel the anthem does not represent them. We feel that their voices need to be respected and heard because they have not been. Going forward, our hope is that the people will take the same passion they have for this issue and apply the same amount of energy to listen to those who feel differently from them. Only then can we move forward and have courageous conversations to move this country forward and find what unites us. Listen, learn, and unite."
Okay, so we never really got to hear exactly what Mark Cuban's reason for not playing the national anthem was. It seemed like he was kind of holding that close to his chest. He didn't want to come out and say, we're not playing the national anthem because of social injustice, whatever. He kind of inferred that in their statement later on once they realized that, no, actually they were going to have to keep playing it. For me, listen, I support the people that want to kneel during the anthem. I think that is a strong symbol. If you feel like that is how you want to make a statement about racism and social injustice, totally get it. To not play the anthem at the game kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like I feel like if you're going to be a basketball league who shamelessly sucks China's cock and then you're going to be too pussy to even play the national anthem in America, the country that has allowed you to create this crazy business, allowed you to get rich, Mark Cuban. I don't know. I just thought that was stupid as fuck, and I really wasn't here for it.
That was gangster. Nah, but on some real shit though, like I know what he means and stuff like that. You know, for a lot of players, man, like they're heroes to the kids in the community and things. And you know, taking a kneel was the first step, and we still have very bad problems with the police, social inequality, man, and you know, it's not getting brushed over. And I just think little steps like this just shows people that we care. It's not really like,
I wonder if he was under pressure from a lot of the team members, or if maybe behind the scenes they were sort of encouraging this or whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like you can't just act like you're not an American. Like, you have to acknowledge this is our country, and to stop playing the national anthem at these games, to me, makes it seem like you've given up on the idea of America being better. Kneeling is one thing because you're acknowledging that there's a problem, and maybe one day you won't kneel because that problem will get better. Not playing the anthem at all, I can't get behind it. To me, it just seems like you're trying to put America in the past and forget about the fact that this is a great country and that it's capable of great things, even if at times now there are bad things occurring within this country.
Yeah, I think the America can be good again. I ain't gonna say great again. You know where that came from.
AD goes full MAGA. It took 4 years, but he did it.
Nah, but you know, just our peoples, man. Everybody needs to unite, and we need to come together as one. And we have a common enemy right now, which is COVID-19. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's get through this together, and then, man, let's make this a better world for everybody.
Right, and I think we should just, I think people should have at least have that attempt at respecting the country and our leaders. And I say this as someone who's wearing a shirt with Kamala Harris on it right now, and it may or may not say "Hose Matt" on it. But I just think that we can't leave the national anthem behind. Maybe one day, but I don't think today's the day. That's just me. YouTube, do us a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. If we get 50 likes, we're gonna do something crazy. Appreciate y'all.